little 2mm pellet. To get this down now, I haven't even tackled up yet. You get some pellet down, some corn, some maggots, get a better feed down, and then I'll tackle up on that feeds down working while I'm getting tackled up. Always put your bait in first, get the fish feed in, and then you're not wasting any time. Good morning and welcome back to the Amputee Angler. By a lake today, we've come down to Newdigate Farms up in Surrey, 45 minutes from me, lovely little drive up, nice and easy. And it's my first time here, and what a stunning venue. I'll show you around in a minute, proper look at the swim. But yeah, it is an absolutely stunning venue. Easy for me as well, disabled access. My car is parked 30 foot away down there, and there's a swim closer, but I chose a better looking swim. And we're already fishing. Waggler and feeder is out. Corn on both for now. Got maggots, we've got bread, ground baits, we've got some worm as well, so we've got a mix of baits. And the target today is tench and golden orfe. Now, I've never caught a golden orfe, so I want to catch one. This lake has them to £5, I believe, maybe a bit bigger, which is a nice fish. And it's just purely because I've never caught one, and I've got a bit of time today to have all day by a lake. The sun is out, I'm already in t-shirt, it is hot, and it is a stunning day. So that is our plan. Bailiff will come round in a minute. I think it's £10 a rod, so on the steeper side for a day ticket. So 20 quid in total for today, I expect. But hopefully we can catch something nice. The first rig's going to be a float rig. Just a little waggler. A couple of BB shots strung out down the line. You can probably hear all the cows. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm just going to plumb the depth. Plumbing the depth for beginners. You overweight the float so it sinks, and you have a shot down by your hook. And obviously the shot, if it's too shallow, the weight will pull the float under. When you hit the right depth, the float that's right on the bottom of your line sits on the bottom when the float cocks up, and you just adjust it until you get it just on the bottom, and then you take the bottom shot off, and then of course you know that you're on the bottom. Tench today and golden orfe is the target, so I'm going to be down the bottom. So I'm just going to test this out. There we go, we plumbed depth on the waggler, just in the margin swim. When I fish further out, I'll obviously have to replumb the depth for the new area, but we've got about 3 foot, and then that is the tip of the float just showing, so that bait's going to be bang on the bottom. So I just had to overload it with 2 SSG, and now I'm just going to take them off, and I might put a little duster shot, tiny little shot, 6 inches from the hook, and I've got 2 BBs strung down the line, and then that means the bait's going to waft down and sit on the bottom. I've seen a couple of fish jumping already, so I'm hopeful. Okay, for the second rod, we've got an old John Wilson feeder rod. Little 4,000 reel, £6 line straight into the tree. Yeah, £6 line. And then I've got a cage feeder on like a running link setup. And then we got £4 line and a size 12 barbless hook. Barbless only here at this venue, so as like most venues, you know, respect the rules. And yeah, this is going to go out to the island that is just situated over there, and I'll show you that in a second. And that's got a bit of corn on. I'm going double corn at the minute, so corn on the float, corn on the feeder, obviously with ground bait in the feeder. Try and target these early tench, and then as I get a feel for the day, maggots and bread and whatever, I can put that on and have a play about from there. But yeah, double corn so far, so that's the plan. I'm gonna get this one out and I'll come back to you. Fish on, fish on. On the feeder. Doesn't feel like a tench. Oh, it is, it's a baby tench. Baby tench, guys. Instantly on the feeder. tench straight away. Right, I'll just get him unhooked and I'll come and show you. Just cast it out instantly, bang, 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 tench on the feeder. Happy days. Only small, but lovely little tench on the corn. Well, fish number one and target number one was a little tench. Wasn't a monster, but it came on the feeder rod and it was instant, pretty much only been down a couple of minutes. So it's always nice when you get to a new venue and you crack it straight away, you break its back straight away, you know. The float had been out for sort of 10-15 minutes already while I was tackling the feeder rod up. And I had one little line bite, I think it was, and nothing else has come of it. And I've been feeding it and it's also got a bit of corn on it, but nothing as yet, so it's nice to get that one done. But yeah, tench ticked off and we're now hoping for a Golden Orfe. I've seen a few fish roll, but I think they're little carp. But fingers crossed we can bag a Golden Orfe. That'd be nice to get it done early. But like I said, I don't know the venue, don't know how to catch Golden Orfe. I've never done it. I assume the normal way. But yeah, the feeder rod is now out on the far island, and the float rod's down here in the margins to my left. So I'm covering all bases, and I've got another swim that's been fed just down here to my right. So if I want to start putting the float out over the island, I can then switch the feeder to the right hand side, and I've already got it pre-baited. So I'm sort of hedging my options. Sun's coming round, it should end up behind me later. But yeah, it's nice. Only one other angler on the bank at the minute. He's on the other side of the lake. I think he might have fished it before he turned up and went straight round there, so I think he knew where he was going. But we've caught, so I'm happy.
Okay, here we go. This is all we're doing. This is all the tench came on, just literally a cage feeder. You stick it in the ground like that, in the ground bait. And this is just a generic, it says bream, but it's for anything really. Keeping it squeezed in there nice and tight so it doesn't all blow up. The tighter you push that in, the longer it's going to last in the water. If you have it too soft or you make your mix too fluffy, it will just bomb on the surface and it won't get down. We're targeting bottom feeding fish today. It's just a bit of Scopex sweet corn this is. So I'm just going to take a chunk of that, put that out of the way. And this is a size 12 Guru barbless hook. This corn smells lovely, by the way. You won't be able to smell it on the camera. And I'm just going to take the hook, bend it round like this, and as with anything, you want to make sure that hook point is proud, and then we can whip that out. And that's it. So you've got your cage feeder there on a running ledger. Got a little bead just to stop the feeder from crashing into the swivel knot, and that's what, maybe 12 inches. Bit of corn, easy.
Float went. Oh, it's what we're after. It's a target. It's the Golden Orfe. Oh, go on. Yes. Oh. It's the target. It's a Golden Orfe. Get in. Oh, I'm over the moon. Second fish, second target. Oh, it's a stunning little Golden Orfe. Look at that. Only a small one, but it's lovely. Now this is only a baby one, but it's a lovely Golden Orfe. Look at that. That is stunning. It's only a small one, but that's the second target, second fish on the float, on the corn. It had been sat there for ages. I was just saying how I hadn't had a bite on it. I looked up, the float had gone. Golden Orfe, happy days. This is a truly lovely setting here. All I can hear is the farmyard animals working, to the cows and the geese. And you hear the odd plane fly over. We're near Gatwick here, so you hear the odd plane fly over. But it's a stunning venue. I'm really happy I've chosen to come here today. Could have snuck out on the boat, but it breezes up a little bit later. And I've got a whole day on the boat tomorrow. So that's going to be a 4 AM start. Today was 5 AM. So I thought, you know what, today will be a nice relaxing day. Try and catch something new. Golden Orfe, I've never caught one, I've done that now. Second fish of the day. And now I can relax. I've got a bite here, stay with me. Got another bite on the feeder. I think there's something down there rattling the cage, or I'm getting a few line bites. That's the second one I've had now. Keep an eye on it. I've gone to double maggot on the float to see what else is here. Some rudder perch. I've got worms as well. I'll try those later. It'll be interesting. Yeah. Fish on, guys. Fish on the feeder. Fish on again. Oh, it's another Golden Orfe. It's another one. Another Golden Orfe on the feeder. I said there was something knocking about, didn't I? Size 12 Guru hook. It's another one. Second Orfe of the day. I love it. I still get excited about catching something new. Been fishing for years, and I still get the urge to go out and try new things, catch something new. And that's really made me happy. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea. I've done a bit of reading on them, and some people don't like catching them, but when you've never caught one, oh. Fish on, guys. Another one on the feeder. Looks slightly better. Hello mate, you alright?
Not bad, dude.
Yeah, good, thank you. Getting back, 2 seconds.
Yeah, another nice little tension. It's slippery, isn't it?
They are indeed. I've got 2 fake legs, so I'm trying to stand up and not fall in at the same time.
Mate, well, I'll come to you then.
No, you're alright. Have a little tench, guys. There we go, I can relax now. How are you, alright?
Not bad, dude.
Yeah, what do I owe you? It's my first time here.
You got 2 rods?
2 rods, mate,
18
yeah.
feet, buddy.
Stuff always happens when you've got a fish on. Yeah, another little tench on the feeder there. I just heard the bailiff rock up, and it's my first time here, so I don't know the score. 18 quid for 2 rods it was. And I've just been watching the feeder starting to go round, so I struck into it. And little tench, he was just pulling up here, I was getting it in, and it dropped off at my feet. And it's a tench, and tench are really slimy, so I was all over the place. And you're not meant to stand up the fish, because if you drop it from a height, obviously it hurts the fish. But I don't have much choice here, I can't bend down properly, so I'm trying not to drop it in front of him. It's on the carp mat. Yeah. But another little tench, that's 2. Oh Jesus, so I just moved the float. I've just moved the float from the margin and cast it out where the island is, and it had no sooner sat up. Oh, I just pulled it off. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was frustrating. So I've had the float down in the margins. It's been sat there still, apart from the one fish. The fish are all moving out there in the margin. And I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to stick a little worm on. And I flicked it out. So I think the fish are in that deeper water getting out the sun. I flicked a worm out, and it had no sooner cocked, and I put the rod in the rest, and it went under. And that felt like quite a nice fish. Don't know what it was, didn't see it. Came all the way straight in, and the camera was facing the quiver tip rod. But that was a nice fish. It's just on a little earthworm, hooked wacky style, sort of through the middle. Yeah, it hadn't even cocked properly, and that was it. It was gone. So I think that had been taken on the drop. Don't know what it was. Felt heavy. Well, it felt nice. But yeah, we'll go again. That's all it is. Just a worm hooked once. I mean, look at that movement there. Let's see if I can't replicate that again, because that felt quite nice for what it was. Whew, straight down. I thought perhaps I'd gone a bit deeper and it had overweighted it, but I struck into it and the fish was there. See if we can't do that again. No, that's not far enough. It's a nice fish. That's bang in the same area, that is. Not that that fish is there now, because that fish is gone, but that was nice. On the feeder again. Not big. Another little Golden Orfe. So once again, this is just a feeder rig. It's had 3 fish now to the floats 1, so it is working better. It's just a sliding feeder. I've got it on a clip swivel, so if I want to change the feeder, rather than have to cut the line or change the whole trace, you just unclip the feeder and put a different one on. But it's working well. And then about 12 inches of 4-pound line to a size 12 barbless hook, and that's got a bit of corn on. And that's it. And we're just flicking it out to the margin. Just out in front of me, there's an island, and I've seen quite a few fish rolling. The sun has created a shadow in front of it, so it's a bit cooler. And I think because the sun's quite high, the fish are out there. So in a minute, I'm going to switch the float out there as well. But so far, 2 tench, 2 Golden Orfe. Nice. Let's give us a bit of an overhand cast this time. Yeah, cast it out and then just let it settle. And just give it a gentle pull, just to pull the feeder tight and get it away from the hook bait. Otherwise, it's all bundled up right on top of each other, and those ducks are making a racket. And yeah, I don't like it bundled up on top of each other. Bites.
You're going to be tired by the end of the day.
Don't mind that. If I go home tired from a day's fishing, it's been a good day. A good day.
That's an Orfe again.
It is indeed.
I bet you they've taken a load of the Orfe from Lodge and put them in here. Because you never used to catch Orfe on a chuck. There were Orfe in here, but there weren't that many.
Yeah, they're not, I mean, they're not massive.
I mean, you must have had quite a few now, haven't you?
Yeah, I have had a few, yeah. Got one. We got one. Have a little Golden Orfe. Have a little babby. Take him through the gap in those reeds. There we go. On that mat, you. They are such a pretty fish. I mean, they're lively. Just another little small one. Lovely little Golden Orfe. I don't know what they're. Don't know where they come from. If they're native or if they're made, like bred or whatever. I'm not sure, but they look a little bit like a roach / goldfish. But yeah, this is probably number 6 or 7 of this now. But only small ones. They do go to £6, £5, £6, I think. Yeah, do go to £5, £6, but I've just heard from the guy earlier who came past, the carp guy, and he said that there's another lake where they get bigger, and that he didn't think they was in here. So I think the website says they was in here, but I've only had small ones, and I was hoping for something a bit sensible, like a bigger one. So I might have to give the other lakes a go. I think there's 5 lakes in total here at the farms. There's 2 on this lake, and then there's 3 over another one, and it is really picturesque. The guy who was a local said he's a bit disappointed that they've let it go a little bit. And there is a couple of swims that are overgrown with the trees, but other than that, it's no complaints from me. No complaints from me at all. I've got another little Golden Orfe. So gentleman's just come here to do a bit of carp fishing, and he's saying about the swims have been a bit overgrown, and actually now you look at it, some of them are, but it's a lovely little lake. Yeah, little Golden Orfe. But he said he had a 40 out of here on dog biscuit off the top, which is a stunning fish. So there is some bigger fish in here, so I've got something else to target another day. So yeah, fishes off the top for them. But he says only a couple of swims you can do it. So yeah, something else to go for another day. Oh, that's a lovely fish. What is this? Oh god, this is right, it came back, guys, you can't see. Oh wow, it's going through me other line. That's that one took drag. That was on the worm, a bit deeper. Right into the margins, come on. Feels a bit tenchy. Oh, it's gone again. There we go, come on. Got to keep that tension on. I still haven't seen it. What is that? I don't think that's a tench. Could be a little carp, this. No, it's not. It's a nice tench. It's a nice tench, guys. A lovely tench. On the worm, on the float. That's lovely. Come on. It's got to get its head out. It still wants to go. Lovely fight on this light gear. There we go. That's a better one. Not a monster still, but all good none the same. Yes. Now that is a better one. That is an absolutely lovely tench on the float on the worm. Absolutely stunning fish. One of my favourite fish to catch as a kid. Lovely red eyes, look at that. And that is just absolutely stunning. Float fished lobworm. It's been out there a couple of minutes, and again, bang. I suspected they're in the deeper water, and that's exactly where they are. Absolutely lovely. Well, I've got the sun behind me, bit of a shadow. Literally from where I'd moved the float from, I'm not complaining, so I just caught that lovely tench. A carp of about 10 pounds just come flying clear of the water. Lovely looking mirror. Big old fish, so I know there's carp here as well. I knew there's carp here anyway, but I'd seen a few fish rolling, but I think they were just tench. But that one let proper clear of the water, lovely fish. I'm going to know about it if I get it though, because that was a nice fish for the gear I've got. Oh, that's a better one. There we go. That's a better fish. I was just watching that float and it started going sideways again. I'm fishing slightly over depth, so they're picking up the weight and the float's sort of then going like that. It's doing the same, they're all doing the same thing. They get that out of that island and then they come right down here in the margins. This is where I lose them all the time. Try not to put too much pressure on it. I don't know what it is. Feels like a bigger fish. definitely a better fish. Now going back out to the island again. Yeah, definitely a better fish, this one. Try and let it tire itself out, get the rod up high. Biggest one of the day. I think it's another tench. Good fish, this one. I'll keep that rod up high. Get his head up. Oh, it's a lovely fish. Only on 4-pound line, so you can't bully it. Carp, that's why. It's a lovely carp. Nearly ready. I thought he was ready then. I've got a bite on the other rod now as well. Still not ready. It's a lovely fish. Oh, cool. Oh, I've got a cracking fish on that. I can't, I've got another one on the feeder now. Oh, now we're in a pickle. Now we're in a pickle. Get one, Ben. Focus on one. Oh, we've got another cracking fish on the feeder rod. Got to get this one in though. Really, it's not quite ready yet. The other one's on. I've got 2 rods going off here now. Oh Jesus! Come on, let's get this one in. Concentrate on the one. I think he's ready now. Right, that one's in. Okay. That's a lovely carp. Is this one on still? Yeah. Right. We've got what I think is an F1 in the net. And while I was playing that, this one's gone surging off. And we've got something nice on this as well. I don't know how I'm going to work this now. He's down there in the net, he's fine. This is another little carp. Well, that was chaos. Float went down, playing a lovely fish. I thought it was a big tench. Then the feeder rod went off and I couldn't do nothing with it, so I just let the drag off. And we've got a lovely pair of what I think are called F1s. Someone please do correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll show you the smaller one and then I'll get him back. That is a lovely little carp. Yeah, F1s I think they're called these. I'll put this one back. Now I have to stand up here because I can't. I've got the carp mount underneath me. That's a good 5-6 pound. That is thick. Well, that was a good double take. 2 lovely. I think they're F1s. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, 2 lovely carp. I've never had an F1, so that's nice. Another species I haven't caught. Yeah, float. I was just watching it. It started going across like that. I struck into it. Poof, poof, poof. Halfway through that fight, the feeder rod slammed round. So I was like this. All I could do was just loosen the drag on the feeder rod so it could take line, get that bigger fish in, and then come back to that one. That was a lovely pair of fish. Happy with that. Let's get going. It's not even 12 o'clock. Sat watching the float for half hour, had nothing. Just recast it out. It cocked, and it's just started going off to one side. And we've got what I think, it's just come off. There's another little tench, I think. Didn't have enough tension on it. It literally went straight down as soon as I cast it in the spot again. But it was going off like that, stuck into it. I think that was another tench. Another one to the feeder. Single worm. Back he goes. I think that's number 11, 10, 11. I saw that just start to go and then it just zoomed off. Feels tenchy, feels tenchy. Get out of there, I know there's a snag down there, isn't there? Oh no, it's another carp. Culprit that time. It's another fat little F1. Proper chunky fish, they're really weighty for their size. It's the first time I've had any F1s. But yeah, they're proper fat little fish. I thought that was a cruising for a minute, but it's not. I think it's another F1. Just setting the feeder rod back up and I started watching the float go down. Struck into it, didn't really connect properly. Should have given it, oh no, it's the wrong way. Should have given it a bit longer really. They're still feeding, despite dragging those fish through the swim, they're still feeding. And they're loving these little lobworms. Got these from Bait Bucket yesterday. Oh yeah, bang on. That'll get a fish. That'll get a fish. I'll leave you on while I tackle up. They're really loving these tiny little thumb-sized length, that is, not thickness, otherwise that would be a monster. They're tiny little thumb-sized garden worms. They're going crazy for them. No boilies, no bait alarms, or bite alarms, sorry, no bite alarms. Just a float, a quiver tip, doing it all with my eyes, and we're having a great little session. This one feels a bit more like a tench. That's because it is. Look at that big old paddle tail. Lovely dorsal, red eyes. Really good fighting fish as well. I just love catching these, they're brilliant. Well, we're having a great time here already. I love this venue already. Easy access, good fishing straight off the bat. It could just be lucky day for me. And they're not monsters, I know that. The specimen hunters amongst you will be like, oh God. That one there, about £1.5, a bit bigger, that tench. They do run to 6 in here, again, which isn't a monster, but it's been bang, bang, bang. And that one, I hit it literally, I did a side cast this time, and I got it to within a foot of the edge of the bank. Just pulled it tight so the sweet corn comes away from the feeder, and I was just rebaiting the float with a worm. The float hit the water, and this one just went bang, it slammed round. Another tench. And we've got Mr. Robin just behind us. Hello. What a cracking day. No sooner we caught that one, and the other float's gone. Looked up, the float had gone down, and I think it's going to be another Orfe. Indeed it is. Another one. Oh, missed that one. I've just literally cast this one out on that far bank, the feeder. I've just recast the float out. Bang, it slammed round. I think it's going to be another tench. It's a better one. It's a better tench. That is a lovely fish. Tinker tinker, tench, known as the doctor fish as well. One of the first fish I ever caught. Cracking fish, look at that lovely fin up. Red eyes. Look at that. Beautiful. Another beautiful Golden Orfe. Excuse the noise. I had no idea there was a school directly behind me, otherwise I wouldn't have sat in this swim. But that is a stunning fish. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, yeah, I had quite a few of them now, but well, that is the end of another session. If you can't tell by my face, I am very sunburnt. It has been a lovely day today. 8 tench, I think we had 5 F1s, and we had a dozen Golden Orfe. Not the size I was hoping for, but we had the targets. Tench Golden Orfe, F1s are a bonus. But what a lovely venue, and I will be back. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, give me a little comment and a subscribe please. On the boat tomorrow. Thanks for watching.